on Nerfateria Island, on Nerfateria Island.
Hello Nerd Fighters, it's Monday, and I look really emo today. I don't like what my hair is doing, but this week's topic is what is art, and oh my god, I have so many thoughts on this and I don't know how I can fit it into like 3.5, 4 minutes. So basically, as far as definitions go, art is a manifestation of thoughts, emotions, and ideas into a somehow tangible form. It can be in performance, it can be in music, it can be in painting, it can be in whatever you want it to be in. And art is not inherently valid or invalid, objectively speaking. It's only valid or invalid to people because it is subjective, because it's based in human experiences. Therefore, you could make anything an art if you do it right, and it can be an art to you. Some people will say, some people will say acting is not an art, which I vehemently disagree with, because this is a way of taking human emotions and experiences, or sometimes inhuman emotions and experiences, depending on what you're acting as, and making it real for others. And that, I think, is very artistic, and it's very interpretation-based. Otherwise, people could say that weird crap like what Yoko Ono does isn't art. Like, she did a piece once where she stood on stage with a dress, and she would hand the audience a pair of scissors and have them cut pieces off of her dress till she was nude. I'm not sure what she was saying with it, but I think that's art, because she was like, okay, I have this idea that I want to put out there, and I'm going to do it. And it was her artistic project. And so that, I think self-defined art is art in its purest form. Mostly because I really like anti-art, I really like Dada, I really like Fluxus, I like anti-establishment ideas. Because they have a tendency to be more unique, and even if they're not antagonistic by nature. Because, like, punk rock is angry, for example, but it doesn't need to be, necessarily. If you listen to, like, pop punk and things, it's not necessarily angry. It's just, well, it used to be. Now it's just another commonly accepted mode, so it's not really counterculture anymore. But it used to be just kind of a different way for teens to express themselves besides just pop music. It was kind of a friendly version of punk rock that they could listen to, so they could go, okay, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do things. I want to do it. And even emo music, and I'm not talking about like Fall Out Boy or anything. I'm talking about like Weezer, Sunny Day Real Estate, and Say Anything. Emo bands like in the genre, they kind of say, yeah, it's okay to feel this way, and I'm going to express my feelings, because you know what? You say feelings don't matter. Screw you. Yes, they do. And that's what I'm going to sing about. So, and so it can be perceived as antagonistic, or it can just be perceived as, I'm going to do my own thing. And I really like that. I really like anti-art in that sense. And it's not anti-art anymore. And what people view as anti-art, most people in the artistic establishment, and even most people in society, are going to see it as, what the crap is this? This isn't art. This is garbage. But that's how it always is. When pop art came to the scene, Andy Warhol did his soup can paintings. Some people would sell the paintings for $100. Some people would say, buy the real thing, 32 cents. And it meant nothing to them, because to them, Andy Warhol was a hack. Now, I don't think he was, and you may or may not, that's up to you, because art is very much open to interpretation, again, with its subjective nature. But things like pop art and things like Dada, which was very much an anti-establishment movement, and very much about, you define art, we refuse definition. You had things like Marcel Duchamp and his thing Fountain, which was just an upside-down urinal with R. Mutt scribbled on it, and he stuck it in a display case, and he said, there, that's art. You know why? Because I say it is. It was very, very cheeky. It was very, very much a middle finger to the old guard of artistry. And even within anti-art, you have people saying, oh, there's a hack, there's a loser, a poser. You get this in the punk community a lot. You get people saying, posers everywhere. No, you're not punk. But you know what? Shut up. If somebody thinks that their music is punk, if somebody is making their music with the intent of breaking down walls and getting people angry and energized, then it's punk. Get over it. If it's made just with the intention of making more money, probably not. But again, it's subjective. I think Green Day is a good punk rock band. You might not. I don't think Rise Against is punk, but you might. And it's all up to you. And so art is ultimately just very subjective. And I know I focus more on anti-art, but that's the kind of thing that I focus more on, because that's just what interests me more. So that's just my thoughts on it. Sorry this video went a little long. DFTBA. So the rest I have to go on Monday.